Psalms 26:2, David says, "Test me, Lord, examine my heart, examine my ways." Next on the Metal Pulpit. Thanks for joining me for another Metal Pulpit. I'm in my car because I'm waiting for my kid to get out of middle school. I actually have a middle schooler now, and he's in cross country, so just kind of hanging out, and thought what a great opportunity to take and do a Metal Pulpit with you. So yeah, David cries out, "Test me, examine my heart, examine my ways." And what's interesting about that scripture is that something that I hear over and over again in Christianity, in churchianity, and that is, I don't fit in. Well, there's two sides of that coin, okay? There's the person that says, I don't fit in at my job. None of my bosses understand me. None of the fellow employees understand me. And so this person will go through a job a year, one job a year. You know, the boss is this, the boss is that, the employees are this, the employees are that. Now there's the other side of it that I can't find a church to fit into. Okay, now I pastor a church, a brick and mortar building. And I have seen this plenty of times. I've contributed to it a number of times, saying I didn't fit in as a youth pastor back in those days. And honestly, I've come to realize there is a place for people. You just got to look around. You got to do these sort of things. But for those that go through a job every year, every 2 years, they keep going. For those that are pastors, talking to you pastors, that are youth pastors, kids pastors, staff pastors, lead pastors, and you're switching from church to church to church every year. Or for those of you that are filling the pews and you're switching churches every year and you're saying, I just don't fit in. Can I meddle a little bit? They're not the problem. I hate to say it, they're not the problem. If you're going through employers every year, if you're going through churches every year, if you're going through friends every year, and everyone else seems to be kind of stable, they're not the problem. I'm just going to call it out. You're the problem. Now, David says, examine my ways, test me. And so we need to come to that point. I came to that point in youth ministry where I said, you know, I feel like the rebel. I feel like the guy, the metalhead in the group. I feel like this and that. And all of a sudden God's saying, you got problems. you got problems because you're actually ego tripping. And that was a tough pill for me to swallow. That was one of those things like, okay, I could see this. And you know, once I hit 40 years old and now I'm 44, I've learned to calm down a little bit. I've learned to settle down a little bit. There are some things that get me feisty and fired up, but you know, the late Mike Yaconelli, author for Zondervan Publishers, wrote a book called Messy Spirituality. And in his book, he talked about different types, different subcultures of people coming into churches and socially adapting to their surroundings. What does that mean? Well, that means as a church, as a pastor in a city, if I go to our Chamber of Commerce cookout event, where all the business people are, where all the fellow chamber people are, the business owners, everybody, and they come looking one way, they're all business type, and this is what that event's geared towards. And if I come wearing my black Christian metal shirt and cut up jeans, combat boots, come on, grunge era, okay, if I wear all that sort of stuff and I walk away and I go and I start talking to these people and they don't talk to me, I could walk away and just say, well, they don't like me, they don't care for me very much. Well, that's not really the case. What I needed to do is socially adapt to my surroundings, because you want to stay true to who you are, but the facade, the outside, can adapt and make yourself a little more able to fit in. So what I'm saying is this: ask God, if you're in this area and you're saying I don't fit in, ask God to reveal to you what it is that's causing you to switch churches every year. What it is that's causing you to get fired or to find a new job every year. What it is that's causing you from fitting in with other employees or other friends and you're going through them every year. Because like I said before, and it's a tough pill to swallow, it's probably not them, it's you. Shoot me your thoughts, your questions, PastorBobAdams@gmail.com. Have a great day.